is the Infinity Summit Group. Truth, passion, success. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Infinity Summit Group podcast. Today is September 12th, 2022. We have a special guest on today, but first we're going to introduce all of us. My name is Xavier.
Logan.
Noah.
And we're missing our other member, Jesse.
Missing Bass.
He's low.
Yes, but we do have
He's red
another special guest on today to take his place here.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Nathan Kelsch.
Welcome back.
All right, yeah, it's been a while,
1 year
man.
checkup, baby.
1 year. Has it been a year?
I think it's been a little past a year for you.
I was going to say, I thought it was earlier on in the year.
Yeah, we've been just trying to go through the list on YouTube of like who we had in order, but stuff gets all messed up. We had Dallin in town, so we're like, okay, we got to have him on.
Yeah, he's hard to get in town.
Yeah, exactly. So we just had him on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then, because we skipped last Monday.
Yeah, it's not everybody on the dot, just kind of when we can get people in.
Approximately your 1 year checkup.
Yeah.
Sometime in the year.
Yeah, exactly.
But either way, what's been going on? Snoozy.
Nothing. Just,
Another kid on the way.
oh yeah.
dog?
Yeah, I do have another kid on the way.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Any good news at work? Have you changed jobs? Any of that?
No, I'm still picking away at fashion. I think last time I was on, I was installing cabinets, but right now I do customs. So I do the pull-out waste bins and the pull-out shelf organizers and any custom things like that, like all the weird laundry pull-outs and all that stuff. So that's what I do for the majority. And then I sometimes work with Logan on the CNCs.
Nice. Does that pay any different than installs?
No, it's about the same.
Cool.
With installs compared to the rest of the shop, you don't get as much overtime, or you get more overtime with installs. But because I come in early and stay late quite often, so I get a lot of overtime.
Very nice. And do you get that overtime because you have to or because you want to, if you don't mind me asking?
A little bit of both.
Nice.
I like going in early. Staying late's generally the one that's more of I feel like I have to, but
yeah, fair enough.
Going in early is pretty sweet. Everybody, there's just nobody.
Yeah.
They hang out with a couple people that are just super chill.
Sit, have some coffee while you're working, whatever.
Yeah, and
Literally
if you're on the CNCs, you're waiting 5 minutes because you pull up a sheet and it starts cutting it, and you unload the previous sheet onto the cart. Unloading takes, depending on what you're doing, doesn't take very long. It's like a minute or two, really.
Yeah.
And then it takes about 5 minutes per sheet.
To cut?
Yeah, to cut, and then so you just have time on your hands to sit there, and in the mornings we generally just talk or just try not to fall asleep.
That's sweet. Yeah. Because when you guys come in early, you start at 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have
6:30.
people show up all the time between 6 and 7.
I showed up at 6:30 today.
Oh yeah, I told Aaron I'd be
So
at
did
work
I.
early, and then I was like, I texted him, I'm sleeping in, dude. I gotta go back to bed. I'm so tired.
I woke up and to my alarm, and my wife turned it off, and I just passed right out. Then she shakes me at, it was 5:40, and she's like, "You gotta go in." And then I went in to get ready for the day and trying not to fall asleep while I was getting ready. And it's just, today was a mess for getting ready. You have those days though when you get up that early.
Dude, I accidentally went in an hour early to work the other day because they switched the times because of football. So we open an hour early, and some of the, not during the week. So we're supposed to be there at 10 usually, but we've been going in at 9, and I went in an hour early accidentally, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I'm like, "Here for work." You're an hour early, bro. I'm like, oh.
So
Give me a drink, damn it.
Yeah, I was like, damn this. They actually bought me coffee, which was super cool. But
Nice.
I don't know when it was last year, but at the time I was going in early, and we had a power outage, and it basically shuts down the whole plant. Or it was called a brownout, so we're getting basically unclean power going, and it'll damage machines, so you just have to shut all the power off to the entire plant. Yeah, and they ended up sending us home, but we were way busy, so they asked everybody to come in early. So the entire shop for the next week was coming in at 6. But me being an early ride, like I already come in early, so they're like, "Can you still come in an hour early?" So I'm getting there at 5 a.m. and so it's like, oh,
Seriously?
mm-hmm.
Dude,
It happened
what
for a week.
the fuck?
It was long.
Be no fun at all.
Our early is your regular, though. You
Yeah.
start at 6 every day.
Yeah, I
huh?
start at 6 every day. We get out at 3.
Yeah,
So that's nice.
6 to 3. We do 7 to 3:30.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
where are
Yeah.
you working now?
I work at full blown currently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were starting at 6.
Yeah. They go 6 to 3 for the shop because it gets too hot in the afternoon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of the compressors and stuff overheat and shut down.
Fashion was doing that for a while. They were starting everybody at 6 and going to 6 to 2:30. They were doing that just for the summer,
Mhm.
I
and
love that.
everybody was just like, "No, it messes up my summer too much. I'm too tired," because it's so
It is early.
it's early, but you're also, I mean, it's lighter for longer in the night, so everybody's not tired or the sun's up, so they're trying not to go to bed. Just kind of, everybody didn't like it. I think
Yeah.
I would have liked it though. I'm into the getting up early and getting home early, you know.
Yeah, 2? Like
Yeah.
getting home at 2? That sounds unheard of. Like,
Yeah,
and then you have the rest of the night to just chill
yeah. I mean,
or do other things.
whatever you want. You would have way more time in the evening to do things because by the time you get off work and eat dinner, you're like, look, and try to do all your list of things that you have to do. It's 7:30, 8 o'clock, and it's time to put the kid to bed. Then he goes to bed, and it's like, okay, now I can relax. But then you only have like an hour of relaxing time, depending on what time you go to bed. But if you're getting up at 5, then you probably don't want to stay up till 11:30.
Yeah.
Do you do any projects when you get home, like other than your kind of daily needs or things around the house?
Lately so on my last time I was here, we talked about my car accident, and
Yes.
I ended up buying a new truck.
Mhm.
It was a 2007 Ram, the big diesel. Anyways, I think last November I found out that they were saying, I took it to a mechanic and they said it was going to be I needed a new engine essentially, and it was going to be like 20,000 to do, and I was like, no, I barely paid more than that for the truck, so it's not worth it to me to do it. So I've been doing that by myself.
Just reconstructing your engine?
hmm
Wow. Nice.
Pulled it out, rebuilt it. I didn't get a new one, but I basically tore it down all the way down to the
To the block.
to the block, raw block, and cleaned it and got new gaskets and seals and all that stuff. Updated a bunch of parts on it, painted a few things. It's been intense. It's been going on since April, I think, and I'm almost done. I'm close.
That'd be a fun project.
Once you get it
though.
all assembled, you just hope it starts.
Oh yeah, I have no idea if it's gonna start.
You're just praying.
Yeah, I'm praying. I did everything right. I was following videos, and I had to take. There's so many like labeling and taking pictures, and everything's on shelves, and you're just making sure you did everything right because I mean you're dealing with fuel injectors, and I mean everything's on timing. It's crazy. Crazy how much goes into it.
Oh yeah.
And for the older models, it's hard to find parts for it. You have to go to, for it's a Dodge, you have to go to Mopar, which is, I think, Dodge's aftermarket, but OEM website to buy parts, but it's hard to find them.
I'll bet.
What has that actually costed you so far?
I think with tools, because I had to buy a cherry picker or an engine hoist to pull the engine out and an engine stand, plus all the parts and all that, I think I've estimated about $4,800 to do it myself. So I saved almost $15,000, which is
If she starts.
if she starts. But
Of course.
but now I've been down to the grime of it, so I kind of know how the whole engine works, and if if it doesn't start, and I can kind of get a code and see what's wrong,
Yeah.
then I can dig into it and do it that way.
Figure it out.
That's the benefit of getting down to that level. It's like, okay, now I got to put it back together, and I got to make sure I know exactly how it goes, what is this part doing, what's it for. So I learned a lot about the engine. It's crazy.
That's pretty dang cool. So you've been doing that in your hour of leisure time?
Yeah, there have been ups and downs in it. Staying on task is hard, just because you deal with a lot of chemicals and grime and oil, and it's really heavy. And when it's on the engine stand, it's not always sturdy. I mean, it's sturdy, but you don't want kids around.
They're pretty wobbly.
Yeah,
Cherry
it shakes.
pickers. Uh-huh.
And because you have it on a cherry picker, and you can't leave it on the cherry picker because of the, I can't remember the name of the.
Basically the arm on the picker, or
Yeah,
what?
the thing that presses. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically it's on the counter leverage. So you have an 8-ton jack that pushes up on the arm, and the max force you can get out of the 8-ton jack is 2,000 or 2 tons. So you lose 6 tons in being on the angle of the arm and the extension of the arm. And you can't have it sit like that because the jack will slowly lose hydraulic pressure. So you have to get it on an actual stand.
The things where you can rotate it,
Yep.
right?
But even those don't feel very sturdy.
No.
Yeah, I was messing with that. It's like, ooh, I don't trust any of
my
this.
kid around that.
Yeah, so you do it all the time. It's just you're doing it by yourself. And I don't have a garage, so I'm doing it in the sun. Luckily, Alma had it's like a Connex box that we put it inside that, so I was able to stay out of the shade a little, or in the shade a little bit, but it was still freaking hot in there. Like throughout the summer, it got brutal.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Those things heat up a lot. They have no insulation, so they just get hotter than crap.
Just a little oven.
Mm-hmm.
Better that than getting all the elements on it, though.
Yeah, that was way nice to have. I don't think I would have been able to do it as clean as I did it without it.
No, you'd be dealing with rust, all sorts of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Be bad, especially if it got inside any of that. It's like,
Yeah, and that was my main problem. I was worried about it getting inside. When I got it down to the raw block, you still have your cams and all that. I didn't want any water or dirt or anything getting inside that.
oh yeah.
So, but it was nice having that. I could shut it, and it's completely waterproof, so it just keeps everything out.
That's cool. So you're, in the meantime, you haven't had a working truck.
Nope.
For now.
Mm.
Okay.
No camping for me.
Yeah.
What do you do in
For
the
a
meantime?
second.
Sorry.
In the meantime, for
Transportation. Do you have a car?
I have 3 cars.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have my truck and then a sedan, and then I just bought my wife. I don't know when it was, back in March or April. Maybe it was earlier. I bought her a Ford Explorer, so we have that too.
Gotcha.
Very nice. Those Ford Explorers, was it a little bit newer?
Yeah, it's a 2016.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's the same year as Mom's, I think.
Yeah, that's sick
Those
as fuck.
things are fast.
Yeah, if you get they're fast even without the turbo in it, because
Turbos.
you can get the sport or you can get the non-sport.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't get the sport just because insurance.
Mm.
It pushes those rates up, and seeing as how I'm not 25 yet, my rates are still high.
That's weird with you being married and all.
It went down significantly. I pay less now for 3 cars and a trailer than what I was when I was single for 1 car.
Yeah, I believe that.
Damn.
And I have one of my brother-in-laws on my insurance, so he can save a little money
Mm-hmm.
because he lives with me. And
Nice.
that's $40 more than what my premium was single,
Wow.
which is a lot. I mean, I think I was paying for my little Honda Accord. It was $279 a month.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a freaking lot.
That's a lot. Did
Yeah.
you get in a wreck or get tickets to cause that?
No, that was just a standard fee for that car because it was a V6 and a sedan
Right.
and had more power, and
Mm-hmm.
based on their statistics, I was more likely to get in an accident, so they pushed my rates.
That's like
crazy.
stupidly high.
That's, yeah, I don't know who you were going through. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. We
State
never-
Farm, and I got multiple.
State Farm's
yeah,
pretty
I got
good.
multiple quotes, and State Farm was the lowest, like by far.
That's
My
weird.
next lowest quote, I want to say it was like $325.
Shit nuggets.
Jeez.
That's a car payment, dog.
I know my car payment was $50, so it was like,
Dude, we had the V6 Sonata, and the insurance for us, I don't think was that high. No.
were you on your dad's policy?
Yeah, for that,
Yeah,
because it was his car, and we were just using it. But
yeah, and that was the way they couldn't put it on my dad's name because I didn't live with him at the time, and I was 17. So then I had my rates go up significantly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. because I moved out to Rhode Island and that. But they were always way high, but when I wasn't living with my dad, it was higher, significantly.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know all that. I was 17. I just wondered why the heck my bank had no money in it.
Yeah. I still live with my parents for a reason.
I don't live with my parents anymore, but I live with my wife's parents, and for a reason.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to get insurance through them? Well, I guess you've got fashion.
Yeah, I just have
Fashion's got
Fashion's insurance.
Sweet insurance.
Oh yeah, it's way nice. I think it's like I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about it or not, but
It's good.
it's.
I have no clue what it is.
I think your premium for dental is like not premium. Your deductible for dental is like $500 a year.
That's not bad.
No, so I did a root canal and all that, and I only paid $500, like max.
Damn.
And I got most of my wisdom teeth. I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I think I only paid like $180 or $200, around there. It was cheap.
That's
But
nice.
Having dental's nice,
Mm-hmm.
and health insurance is sweet too, especially when you're having a kid.
Yes. Dental, health, vision, life insurance, all of it, baby.
I don't have vision, but that's one thing they don't offer. I don't know why. I wonder if I could.
From what I've seen, the vision isn't like a huge deal.
No.
I still paid $300 for my contacts,
Mm-hmm.
for a year's supply or whatever.
I think
So,
I don't even know if I paid that for a year.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap, but
we saved a little bit on the glasses, I think, and that was it. But even then, it wasn't too bad.
my first pair of glasses I got taken out. They took.
Took you to the cleaners.
Yeah, I think I walked out the door paying like $700.
Oh my God! Is that just for glasses?
No, for glasses and the appointments and all that, but it was just.
Holy shit!
I didn't know what I was doing. I'd
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been
yeah.
to a glasses appointment, so all of a sudden I'm just paying unruly amounts of money, and it's like, oh boy,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. But now I just go to Zenny Optical online. I paid $50 for the pair I'm wearing right now.
Do you just type in what your prescription is?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to get that.
I have no clue what mine is.
In the state of Utah, you have to get a prescription from your eye doctor to be able to buy another pair of glasses.
Oh, okay.
But then you can enter it into the website and buy a few pairs of glasses. You're not limited to just one.
Oh,
And I think that you can do that with contacts too.
that would be sweet. Cause I went to Clarity Vision down here, and I think for glasses and contacts, like a year's supply of contacts, it was, I don't know, $400, $450, something like that. It's pretty average for glasses
Yeah.
and contacts. But it'd be nice to get a pair for $50.
Yeah, I was way surprised paying because I paid almost, it was like $470 or $479 or something for the glasses that I had. But I was buying them a lot for work because at the time I was doing a lot of, you have to trim the wood on table saws outside, and in the sunlight, if it's a white panel or something like that, the sun hits
Pretty
on your eyes,
bright.
you can't see anything. So I'm like, I'm gonna get the auto tint stuff. That was another $120, and then the safety glass lenses are another $120, and it's just like, and then all of a sudden I'm out the door, $500, and then with the appointment and all that, it ended up being close to $700,
Shit.
if not more. It was a lot of money for
Yeah.
glasses.
Do you have to get prescriptions for just like reading glasses?
No, I don't think so.
No, it'd be good to get your eyes checked so you know what prescription you are.
Exactly.
But reading glasses, you can just go buy them at Walmart.
You can get on Amazon and just
Yeah.
look up what magnification you want, like a +2 or something like that.
Gotcha.
I used to wear reading glasses.
I was just wondering if it had to do with like prescriptions or if it just like does it just magnify things.
It just magnifies them. It's just a lens. I had the bifocals, so the bottom half of my glasses were magnified, and then the top were regular.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So it was kind of nice. I use them to build watches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still build watches?
No, I haven't bought a kit,
Okay.
but I got one for Christmas, and I had 2 watches in it, so you just start going for it, and it's pretty cool. Real small parts, though. It can be
I'll bet.
infuriating.
Yeah,
Get a magnifying glass.
You guys ever seen Toy Story 2, and the dude pulls out his glasses, and he, like, flips down
Yeah.
all the little lenses?
Yeah.
That's what you need, dude. These screws are tiny. I mean, like, you're dealing with thousands of, like, inches, and it's tiny, tiny screws.
Mm-hmm.
But they're cool. Get to do all the leather banding and all that. So the band for the watch, you have to make it and do your holes and all that stuff, and they send you the kit for that. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. So it's like a build your own watch kit they send?
Yeah.
That's neat.
And you get a couple different types of, so you have the main, like, watch, the actual, what is it, a dial or whatever.
Yeah, like the face.
The face you get, and then they have interchangeable inside, so you can change them colors and different glasses and stuff like that, different hands. So you just get the actual watch face that has all the components inside. And then you somewhat have to assemble that. You have to put some of the screws in and the springs in the back and whatnot, but from that point, it's more of just like a looks and customization, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
I want to build a grandfather clock. Way bad.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
What is that?
Like one of those big clocks that, like, Grandma has.
Oh, the fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That'd be so sweet. Imagine that.
It
like,
would be cool.
Like, I work with wood all day, so, if I'm interested in horology, so I like clocks and watches and basically the study of time, I guess is what the technical term for it, but...
Horology is, it's a good pastime.
Explains why she was mostly vertical.
But yeah, no, I always thought this stuff was cool, and I always like clocks and grandfather clocks and all that, so I really want to build one. That would be really cool.
So with fashion, can you like take wood, like scraps at all?
You have to ask for it. Everything you have to ask for, because that is potential material that could be added to a cabinet. Because all the scraps we use, a lot of the scraps we use get turned into stock parts, and we put them in cabinets. So, and I use a lot in my job. I have to use a lot of the scrap parts. So, any little thing that has any banding or anything like that, any edge banding or anything like that, I use a lot of that when I'm doing my job. Gotcha. So you have to ask if you take anything, even if it's covered in dust, sitting there forever, going in the garbage. It doesn't leave that shop unless it's in the garbage without asking.
It's like the Indian tribes, what I would assume, when they would kill a deer and use every single part.
Yeah.
And nothing goes to waste.
Nothing goes to waste.
It's like that, or else you get your hands chopped off, probably.
Yeah.
They'll just test the saw stop on you, dude.
Yeah. Let's see if this will work.
It is their private property, so it makes sense. They purchased it.
Oh, no. It's, like, actually impressive that everything gets used.
It's this thing is the freaking the way that they run and use basically everything they can. I mean, even the CNCs, if there's leftover cutoff, it gets put into a stockpile and then it's used as a stringer or a toe kick or something like that. So it's really cool.
So what about time fascinates you?
Time?
Yeah, is it just like clocks and watches?
I was curious about that too, because it's like a
like
made up
travel?
thing by humans.
It's not necessarily like the human's perception of time, but it's the way we study time, or not even study time, but the way all of us, like, our lives revolve around time.
Right.
We've set this 24-hour schedule for all ourselves, and that's cool to me. I mean, I always find that interesting. Like, why 24 hours? Why did it end up being that versus 10 hours or 20 hours? And obviously, it's just based off of the cycle of the sun, but mainly it's just the innards of the watch or the clock, the springs and all the counterweights and all that stuff. That stuff is really cool to me.
And all the timing and...
Yeah, I mean, everything it's got to line up perfectly.
Yeah.
It's way different when you start getting into them, and a lot of people, like, some people are trying to get to the point where they have watches that are basically no maintenance watches. No battery, no nothing. I know they kind of have those, but there's one company, I don't remember the name of them. I was listening to a podcast on them. Frick, I don't remember their name. But essentially, they want to get it to a point where they can sell a watch, and if that thing has issues, it's a defective watch. You get a new one. It's not supposed to have issues ever. Like, And one of the guys who started the company, the main reason he wants to do it is because he wants people to have watches that are able to track the time of people's lives. I don't know if you guys have heard the theory that if you have 2 watches and 2 different people, and if they never ran out of time or battery or anything like that, or, if they just kept ticking and ticking and ticking, you would have a different time than somebody else on your watch. It would be off by a little bit, but you would have a different time. And one guy was like, I want to be able to measure that. I want everybody to be able to be like, oh, this is my time. This is how long it's been for me. Versus, say, yours is 12:03, this is 12:02. But it's been 10 years. And you've never changed the time, but there is a difference. I don't know if you've ever heard that theory, but I
haven't heard that theory, but I know that different watches and clocks and stuff are off by however much.
Yeah, well,
and so it changes.
One of the theory is the more you travel, if you travel at high speed, so if you're flying a lot, your watch is going to change times in comparison to somebody else's. I think that's basically, if you're traveling at higher speeds, it's going to change.
The closer you get to the speed of light, the more.
Yeah, changes the rate of the time. It's pretty cool. I don't know if any of you guys have ever looked into that, but it's cool theory.
Yeah, I've heard about it a little bit. Haven't done a lot of research on it. Besides it seems like the speeds that we go at wouldn't, because they're so far from the speed of light, unless you're on a rocket ship, it wouldn't affect it that much, but I don't know.
Well, it would take years
Yeah.
to be off by a minute. I mean, years and years. But it would be a measurable amount of time, essentially, which is...
That's pretty cool.
How does it work in space, though? Like, you guys have seen Interstellar, right?
Mm-hmm.
How they go out.
It was a while ago, though.
So this guy goes to this different planet and comes back, and like 10 years have passed in his 24 minutes, or however long. They're over there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
And he comes back, and it's been like 10 years, and everybody on the ship's just old as shit, and he's just like the same age.
So that's Hollywood.
That's
like,
not real.
Like there is a theory that like time and gravity are intermingled,
Okay.
So if you had like an enormous gravity, time might change. But I've always wondered about this, because you're going out, say you're going out at the speed of light, you come back at the speed of light, allegedly everyone's gonna be dead and gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem I see with that is the same amount of objective time will have passed either way.
Yeah.
Would it not?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the whole theory with like time being different on your watches, is
Right.
because you're saying the closer you approach to the speed of light, it changes the time difference.
Right.
But I think that's their theory now on how it would work, is because something with the time and like you were saying, the gravity. I don't know why it would change though.
I don't know. It
because
just doesn't
you're
make
moving
sense.
at a faster. I don't know. It's weird.
Like, yeah, you can move faster, but like 1 minute here or 1 minute traveling at the speed of light, it's still going to be 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how that affects. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
That's what I've always thought, but then...
Because they're always like, if you went out at the speed of light and then looked back, you'd be looking at the dinosaurs, or which is cool, because that's like, yes, light travels at a certain speed. If you're able to just instantly teleport, you could see other stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as traveling and like actual aging, confused.
Kind of makes sense though if your body's moving that fast, it would just change, because obviously our time is made from us. So if you're changing your speed and like you're changing the position of where you are in the universe by like 10,000 miles or whatever instantaneously, or even longer than that. You're doing it instantaneously, where it would take slower speeds to get there longer. I could see where that would be a change, because it would, but I don't know.
But what if it was in the same instant? So if you were here at one point and then here, doesn't mean everybody else is going to age faster than you were.
Yeah.
You just went there faster through space.
But the cool thing about light, sorry, did I cut off someone?
No.
Okay. Cool thing about light is if you did instantly travel, say 100 light years away, and you had a telescope that was strong enough, you could look at the Earth and see things that were happening 100 years ago.
How?
Because that light is still traveling out.
Because you moved with the light, and
You moved faster than the light, instantly traveled 100 light years out. You could look back at the Earth and see things that were happening 100 years ago. From now. Right now, you could do that. Because the light's still traveling outward into the universe.
Oh, because that projection basically is.
Yeah,
that's probably
Exactly.
that's probably what they mean.
Okay. That would make sense.
Yeah. But there's all
It
sorts of
takes
shit
too
about
long for
aging.
the-
Yeah, the aging
Well,
wouldn't
if
make
you're
any sense.
traveling at faster than the speed of light, and you go from, I wonder if there's a lag or something. You know, I don't
Maybe.
know if there's some sort of, like you're saying, the light doesn't catch up.
Yeah, the light may not catch up.
But
Are we
it's
just
like,
light?
it's like the sun. Like if it
don't know.
exploded, they were saying you wouldn't even know for a while
8 minutes. That's how long it takes the light to get to Earth.
from the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
We'd all
the
die.
like I was reading something the other day, and it was like, so the speed of sound is a lot slower. So if the sun were like making a noise and we could actually hear the sun and it stopped, just burnt out, then it would still make that noise for like however many decades or whatever, and then suddenly the sound
A
would
couple
stop.
of years.
Yeah, you'd be able to see that the sun's gone, but you'd still hear the sun.
It'd probably
Screaming at
be
you.
more
Be
than
like-
a couple years, because
It'd be a long time.
yeah, you'd be freaking
Because
a millennia.
yeah, speed of light is like, I don't know, 180,000 feet per second or something. It's fucking fast.
It'd be,
Yeah.
it'd be like that screaming sun on
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. And then the speed of sound is like, well, when you break the sound barrier, you're right around 700 miles an hour. So
Isn't it like
about that.
670 something?
it actually changes based on your altitude, the
Okay,
speed of sound. Fun fact.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you don't break the sound barrier at different altitudes compared to where you would. Is it that
Yeah.
the higher you go, the faster you have to be?
To break the sound barrier, I believe so. No, it might be the opposite.
Is it because there's just less, the air is less dense?
Yes.
That's cool.
I don't know which way it goes, but I know it changes based on elevation.
With the sound barrier, what is the sound barrier? Is that like when you shoot a gun and the bullet hits and then you hear the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
much.
or you know when a jet flies past, you could see that like cloud coming off of them,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you hear the sonic boom. It'll fly past, and then you'll hear them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's got a delay.
Yeah, it means they broke the sound barrier, and
Oh, that's
or they're
cool.
really close.
Yeah.
Or you can see like a kid down the street bouncing a basketball, and you can hear the sound delayed.
Yeah,
Things like that. Yeah, because it doesn't travel very fast.
Mm-mm.
that's crazy.
So you'd hear the sun screaming for a long time.
which is weird because if you're traveling at, sound's traveling at what, 600, 700 miles per hour,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Or that's how fast sound travels. You feel like that would reach you faster if a kid was bouncing a ball, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
But is that due to how fast the Earth is moving?
I don't
Fuck,
think
this
so.
shit's so-
Because the Earth rotates about 1,000 miles an hour,
Mm.
approximately. But everything on that Earth is rotating with it. So if the
There's
Earth
no-
suddenly stopped rotating, we would go flying.
Yeah.
Fucking yeet. Everything would yeet. Just 1,000 miles an hour in one direction. Just oh yeah, everything would just be destroyed. It'd be crazy.
Just take down buildings and all of it with
Everything.
it gone.
Everything would be level. 1,000 miles an hour to a dead stop. You know how many G forces that is? Just
So much, dude.
you might just turn into mist. Or suddenly the ground would just like shift under everybody.
Yeah,
So-
riding a bike when you're a kid, you experience the instantaneous stop. And
Oh, yeah.
imagine you're going 7-8 miles an hour on a bike,
Yeah,
1,000 miles per hour, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
It's to
It would be
eviscerate mankind
brutality.
like that, gone from the earth.
So does that mean the sound is moving at 1,000 miles an hour too?
Everything
So
is
every-
moving that
wow.
1,000 miles an hour, and then whatever sound is traveling through the air at 600-700 miles an hour, it moves that as well.
So I wonder in space, because like you're not
So-
going that fast. What does it feel like?
Oh, in
It'd be like-
space we're moving a lot faster because not only is the Earth rotating or spinning, but
But
it's
you're-
also rotating around the sun. So we're moving very rapidly through space. If we suddenly stopped in space, that'd be
No,
shitty.
I mean like if we went out into space.
If we went
Like
out into
human
space.
beings, like I bet that feels just so much different because we're constantly
Well, aren't you
in this movement.
Aren't you constantly moving in space?
You're floating.
Yeah, well,
But you're always moving. Our galaxy is just
Like the
moving.
whole
Like
thing
the
is
entire
just-
galaxy is just.
yeah, and the
cruising.
Earth, you're still attached to Earth's gravity, or close to. You know, even out on the moon, you're still in Earth's gravity.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still going to be rotating around the Earth
That's so wild.
and moving.
I just want to know what like dead stop is.
You know what'd be real shitty if the Earth stopped is, so think about this. The Earth has a certain centrifugal force. It's going 1,000 miles an hour. We have certain forces pushing down on us from the atmosphere and certain forces pushing out on us. That's centrifugal force. Boom. And our bodies are just homeostasis right here with those exact pressures.
Mhm.
Okay? If the Earth suddenly stopped moving, you no longer have that centrifugal force of 1,000 miles an hour. You'd probably just get crushed into yourself.
Like just like
Because you have gravity, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a certain amount of gravity, but the Earth's also pushing you out because it's spinning.
okay, so it's like pulling from two different
Yep.
spots to make
And
you
so
in
it
the
suddenly
perfect
stops
state.
here. It's not
You just-
pushing you out anymore. You just get crushed
That would
Everything
be
goes
so
by
under
gravity and the atmosphere. Oh, it would be shitty for sure.
Hmm.
And our hearts and everything, our bloodstream, everything is built for one atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean then like that all of space is like constantly moving, like all of it, shifting, like
Yeah,
It's
that's the theory.
Yeah, it's shifting and there's different forces intermingling.
Well, essentially, our galaxy, the Milky Way, is heading towards what's the other galaxy? We're like,
Andromeda?
I think it's Andromeda. We're just
We're close
flying
to them.
like headlong at each other, just max
just gonna-
rate of
it's gonna
speed.
be
We're just
magnets.
freaking. And
Oh, galaxies colliding is sick. It looks so cool.
they've
does.
documented that.
Yeah, they've got
Mhm.
pictures.
That's
it's crazy.
Here, I'll pull some up for you just for fun.
Yeah, galaxies colliding is crazy. I was watching a video on our galaxies when our galaxy collides with Andromeda, the Andromeda galaxy. I think it's that one. They said we wouldn't even know, other than we'd have more stars and stuff and planets.
Yeah, we wouldn't know, but it looks sick in space.
Yeah, we'd have absolutely no idea that our galaxy came and merged
How?
with another one.
How wouldn't there be like all sorts of like different poles and
There's something about
shifts?
because
Yeah, would Earth get hit?
I don't think they.
So
I think they said it
yeah.
wouldn't because you're.
Let's see.
That's two galaxies colliding. Pretty sick. Definitely for the listeners, look that up.
Yeah, it's a cool thing, but I think something to do with the black holes collapsing at like a different rate when the two galaxies hit, our black holes will collide and become one black hole, but it doesn't do anything crazy. Like they were just like based on our theories and what we've tested and all that. Basically, nothing happens. I thought that was kind of crazy because I always thought if we collided with another galaxy, dude, we're freaking
Yeah, we're all
We're-
fucked.
playing pool.
Yeah,
You know?
there's so much. I'm sure there's gonna be some of that, but there's so much space between each thing. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
it's gonna mess with the gravities on a bunch of them, but it's just gonna rearrange.
Crazy.
Yeah.
If we all just started floating one day.
Yeah. just have another planet pass super close by. We're just
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
That'd be crazy, just having another planet's gravity. Do you think the gravity would do you think they would like try to pull opposite directions, or do you think they would kind of bounce off each other like a magnet?
They would try to pull opposite directions. Likelihood is if there was a planet big enough to affect us like that and it passed close enough, then we would probably become an asteroid for that planet.
Yeah, you'd get sucked into their gravitational pull.
Right. Yep. Unless we happen to land in that perfect zone where we're a moon. You know?
And that's another thing. What is the theory of gravity? Because like why do I don't know? You've got this massive space, and then why when something gets by it, it tends to pull it in? Is it like weighing down in space to where it's kind of like a cliff where
Yeah.
they're rolling into it?
Yeah, I've seen pictures. It like creates like if you had a balloon that's stretched over a cup or something, you can push on it and it creates like a lip.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
That's how gravity
kind of
works.
like that.
Because you're the center mass of this atmosphere.
Hmm.
so scientific.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly we could be flat, you know. We could
knows?
we could just not even be round. Dude, no. I read what was this? A statistic. I can't say the word because I'm a lisp, but I was
statistic.
yeah, yeah. That they were saying 66% of 21 to 25-year-olds in the United States believe that the Earth is round. Only 66%.
What?
Yeah, that's between 21 and 25-year-olds in the United States.
Damn.
66% of us believe it's round, and then the rest of us just think it's flat, which is crazy.
That's wild. Yeah.
That's a way bigger amount than I thought.
It's because we're retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
Society
gotta.
is just fucking stupid.
It's not even. I mean, the problem is that the government has made it so hard to trust anything they say that now they're looking back on every historical record we've ever had, from all of the astrology and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like everybody's questioning everything at this point. So nothing's.
Which is fair. Everything's up for question.
Yeah, it's just up for debate at this point in life, from every end.
Oh yeah.
There are certain things that I will say that, I mean, I'm all for debate. I mean, let's not debate. I guess not. I would prefer to discuss different theories on whatnot. I'm down with that. But there are certain things that should not be discussed. I saw a video of some guy was talking about the multiple genders and all that. And he was saying when in 100 years, when we all are dead, or whatever, 1,000 years when we're all dead, and the archaeologist is digging us up, we're going to be either man or woman. There's not going to be cisgender, non-binary. It's going to be man or woman. So, like, they're going to go off our biology. Nobody gives a shit about what your gender is in 1,000 years. Only in the present.
That is true. However, have you read White Fragility?
Dude.
No, I actually went back and read through the book again
Why?
just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything.
You
I'm
didn't miss
good.
anything? You sure?
Nah, I might read it again. We'll see. I like to keep my mind open.
I forgot most of it, dude.
I've been listening to Vosh too.
Well, Vosh actually is pretty valid.
He's got some interesting points.
does.
Huh? I don't. He's like a way left wing guy, political guy, and it's just like interesting listening to some of the stuff.
Well,
you know.
I guess you can. I don't know. The people who think they're non-binary or whatever they want to be.
A cow.
Yeah, whatever they want to identify as, it doesn't make any, like, what benefit do you have? Like, why would you need to label yourself as that? What's wrong with man and woman? I mean, aside from the stereotypes that they all say we have put on us because we're man and woman, and it's just a way to objectify women. But, I mean...
I don't know. I feel pretty objectified.
Me too.
My value comes from how much money I can make.
As a man?
As a man, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no, for real.
All right.
No, I was just saying, like, when they label themselves all these different terms, they're they're taking down their value, in my eyes, because now we're to the point where we have to label people as birthers and sperm carriers and people who have ovaries.
No, we don't have to.
Well, they say we have to. That's how they're saying it now. Is it's not even word. You can't call a woman anymore. If she is a woman, she is called by the fact that she has ovaries, or a birther is what they're calling them.
I'm just going to go around calling all girls. Hello, birther. Get over here, birther.
Yeah, how much that would just freaking startle and just offend everybody.
That'd be awesome.
Would be legendary. But it's just weird to me. It's like you're getting rid of the value of being a person.
Yeah.
And you're taking away your own, like, creative, like, being different. You're trying to label yourself down to the freaking every atom in your being at this point. So you're getting rid of any, like, difference that you have from somebody else. Any of your, what would you even call it? Just, like, I don't know, being your own person, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's just getting rid of that. We're all going to be the same just nothingness eventually.
Just a nothing.
Yep.
Some of us will be.
I will always be a man. Just saying. Well, by some unfortunate turn of events, because I'll say that just because you never know if life's going to send you off a cliff or something and you take off your genitalia. But at that point, I still would consider myself a man. But I don't know. I just knock on wood on that one.
When life gives you lemons, you know,
Yeah.
when life takes your stones,
Yeah.
what do? You grow a pair.
Yeah. Yeah, grow another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is pretty wild, the climate we're in. How do you feel? I've heard a lot of comments from people saying they don't want to bring kids into the world because of it. So tell me how you're feeling on that. You're bringing another one into the world.
It was a thought. I mean, like a passing thought of like, do I want to? And I was like, no, yeah, I do. Because the more of us who bring children into the world, I mean, if I have 11 kids and teach them the way that I feel like, you know, being principled individuals and having respect for mankind and always going out of their ways to help others and letting people do what they want to do, go through life trying to be as free as possible, you know, and let other people be free, then that's going to ripple. If you have, I mean, all these thousands of people who are going crazy wouldn't even change the world as much as 10 George Washingtons, you know.
Here's the thing is I think it's a lot of like these crazy people that are on the planet right now that you're talking about. They don't want to have kids, so they're not going to reproduce. But the people who are reproducing, it's going to be a huge turnaround of like all those people that didn't have kids. They're going to die off. You know what I mean? I mean, this is just a possible thing that could happen, but it's like
It's already started. Like, there's literally statistics about it.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all aborting their kids. Conservatives, we're already starting to skyrocket because we actually want kids.
Yeah, and
We're
we try to teach them in the right ways, right?
Well, you're trying to just teach your children to, I mean, at least I am, to just, you know, have principles and actually not try to get everything in this life for free.
What are your principles or your core values that not only you have, but that you would teach your kids as you have them?
I would say my main principle in this life, and this the one I hope to hold to my grave, is, sorry, I'm trying to put it into words. Well, you could sum it up as serve thy fellow man. I mean, that one in itself is huge because, I mean, if you serve your fellow man, what do you get in return? There's always a negative or positive reaction to every action you take, and if you're always serving, then it's generally a positive reaction. So that's what I want my kids to be raised on, is if you serve your fellow man, you're going to get served as well. Also, let people be who they're going to be. As much as I have my own downfalls with that. I am a man, but I try my best to just, people are going to do what people are going to do, and nothing you can do about it, even though you disagree with it, there's nothing you can do about it. And it goes against all laws of nature to tell them no. And, I mean, who are you to say no? You know? Just, I don't know, I want my kids to have a good work ethic, not be afraid to do hard labor. I was raised doing hard labor. I love hard labor. I've done office jobs. I don't like them very much, but I want my kids to have the work ethic and the motivation to go do that stuff. I feel like nobody has that. And now we're seeing that nobody wants to work. And I also want them to have a bright future. And I feel like if you teach them principles with not only just life values, but also money values, and having a good, from Napoleon Hill, a money mindset. If you can have a money mindset and not live in poverty your whole life, and I mean, even if you're not making millions and millions of dollars, I don't make millions of dollars, but I do okay. You know,
Always add yet.
yet?
Don't make millions of dollars yet.
Yeah, that's a good thought. I'm not sure if I want millions of dollars, but
Oh, shit. Okay.
Why?
why?
Why not? So you can finish your thought, and then we can go to this if you want.
Oh, I'm just saying I want my kids to have that in their head that, you know, the way you make money is to go in and work for it.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of work that you're going to give, you're going to get in return most of the time. Any man who is willing to work hard now for less pay is going to end up later in life get paid for less. So, I mean, that's my
Yeah.
thought on it. But to why I don't think I want millions, I don't know what I would do with millions. Honestly, I have no idea what I would do with it.
Yeah.
I would like to have a house and all that stuff and be able to provide for my children, which I do. I don't have a house, but I provide for my children or my child and my wife and my family. And that's kind of all I really strive for. I'm not striving for any vision. I don't have visions of grandeur or whatever. I don't, you know, I like content. A simple life. I'm content where I'm at. I would like more, but also taking it one step at a time to getting to that position. I feel like, I don't know, I just enjoy being not the most wealthy. It kind of keeps you humble.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, millions of dollars would be nice because you want toys and all that stuff. But if you get down to, like, the core of it, what do you do with millions of dollars other than, I mean, if I had millions of dollars, I would hope that I would help people with it. And that's really the only thing I can see that I would do with my millions because I don't really, I like where I live, you know, I don't, vacationing is cool, but foreigners aren't my favorite. So it just, I'm going to different countries and I'm particular about bathroom cleanliness, and you know, I just don't know.
You might like Japan then. I've heard they have really clean bathrooms.
Yeah, I went to Mexico and I just felt like nothing was clean. I got home and it's like I just need to shower really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just don't have. I don't have a desire to be. Like have millions of dollars. I've never had that desire.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I will one day. I don't know. Options are open, but as of right now, my goal is to get a house, and that's pretty much there.
And how is that goal coming along for you? Or is it just like I want to do that one day?
I want to do that one day. Right now, it's just kind of biding my time.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy in this market. It's
not in Utah.
Unruly in Utah. Yeah, it's bad. But I don't want to move out of Utah because I love Utah. There's so many beautiful things here.
Mm-hmm.
We have in Utah, we have basically, I mean, we have areas that look like New Zealand in Utah. You know, you have so many different variations of country that you can go see. I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all within a couple hours.
Yeah, and
sweet.
I don't know. I love being in Utah, so I don't want to buy outside of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've considered it based on the economy of Utah and the housing market.
Yeah, and I've heard it's not stopping anytime soon, at least in Utah.
I've been watching the housing market. It's been going down.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's been trickling down.
From what I understand, there's no plans of it slowing down. And with them raising rates, it obviously did slow down a little bit, but
yeah, but it's probably gonna tank and then shoot up again.
Yeah,
well, especially because we're getting the Great California Migration, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lumber's coming back down. We're getting the California migration. House prices have been coming down, but interest rates have been going up.
Mm-hmm.
That's predictable. And then they've got plenty of with interest rates high, then they have plenty of fuel to drop them if shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's what they're doing is just increasing interest rates. I think they were planning on 7 increases this year. And I think they've got through 4 or 5 of them now.
Yeah, aren't we already at like 5?
I think
6 or something like that. 5.6%.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Well, when our parents were buying houses, I guess our parents usually a little older,
Mm-hmm.
but the interest rates were like 10-15% for houses.
Yeah,
Is what they were saying.
Insane.
And they refied them, and they come down, but just like, dang.
When did your
That's
parents
high.
buy this house? Was it around?
97 or 98, I think.
It was a long time ago. Jeez.
Yeah, it was 120,000. And I think nowadays it'll appraise for 7 to 8.
Well, and a lot of that was due to lower, like, just the market being down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how much the market affects things.
Mm-hmm.
Interest rates change so much. I mean, we've seen record low interest rates. The interest rates that we're used to are almost unbelievable to some of the older generation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're seeing record highs of inflation. So we're getting the opposite effect of what they weren't dealing with.
Yeah. The inflation's been ridiculous. Gas, all of it. Very.
Food, dude.
Food. Oh, yeah. Everything's just ridiculous. It's got some major echoes of 08.
Oh, yeah.
Major echoes.
Maybe not.
Higher inflation.
Yeah, worse.
Higher inflation, but I don't know if it's going to crash as hard. The banks
not
are,
the housing market.
Yeah, the housing market, I don't think it's going to crash.
Something else has got to give.
All the people who are getting rich really quickly off of, I think, the crypto and all that stuff, I think that's going to be getting affected really heavily because it is in the Biden plan to start monitoring and tracking all that stuff. I mean, they're already doing Venmo and Cash App transactions now, so it's only a matter of time before they get on the blockchain.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's all traceable, or most of it's traceable.
Mm-hmm. Just, I think that's what's going to tank really heavily. A lot of these people that you see getting really wealthy off of the Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, we've already seen it tank really heavily.
Yes.
But I think it's going to become almost
obsolete, huh?
Yeah, it's just not going to have any value. Same with the NFTs.
Yeah, NFTs are not going to have any value until they can actually figure out how to make them video game pieces,
Mm-hmm.
Once they can be like, yes, this NFT gives you this weapon, and there's only 5 of them in the world. Bam.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know, Blizzard Entertainment, they did World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
They had a card game. If you got certain cards, it would give you, it was like Pokemon cards kind of, but they would had codes on them, and if you got a really rare one, it was an item in game, and they're worth a lot of money if you can get those. So they have stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
If you were to do that with an NFT, then that would be different.
Yeah, but as of right now, it's just fancy pictures.
Yeah, I don't know why you would. I don't know. I've looked into NFTs, and I'm just not sure why you would buy them.
I got a few of them, created a few of them. Nothing crazy.
Well, if you're buying like a $70 one, I like this piece of art, but I mean, if you're spending $500,000, $600,000 for an NFT,
yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, Logan Paul's entire. I don't know if you guys have seen his NFT line. There's like 100 NFTs or something like that. It's crazy. Just what he did was he got the camera, the one that prints a picture, a Polaroid, and he took Polaroid photos and then turned them into NFTs. And he did a bunch of crazy stuff for him, like way crazy stuff. I think he was like hanging out of helicopters and stuff. But doing that, he sold them for $600,000, $700,000 a piece.
Good shit.
Because he's famous, though.
Yeah, because he's famous, but also because people just, because he's famous, they bought his NFTs. But I don't know. He bought a Bored Ape, and then everybody was like, "Yep, Logan Paul's rich," and now everybody's buying his NFTs, and they did bid wars over it. But his NFTs were a little different because each one of them had something attached to it. So one of the NFTs was, if you buy this NFT, you get to come on the podcast. So it wasn't just a picture.
Yeah, and I could see things like that has something physical behind it. Like, sweet.
That was my problem with NFTs in the first place. Is it's the equivalent of the dollar bill.
Yeah.
We're paying. We're paying paper for paper, paper for a URL. There's no.
Same with all the cryptos, except they're traceable. More traceable.
Well, on cryptos even they perform a function. So. Whereas not all cryptos, because Dogecoin I don't think does anything. It's just.
No, a lot
just
of people
a meme
accept
coin.
it as payments, but.
I know, but it's just it doesn't.
That's it.
It doesn't have any. It doesn't do anything. Whereas
It's just
Ethereum
currency.
and Bitcoin, they're processing data, whereas none of the other ones do it. I mean, probably a lot of them do it, but like a lot of the popular ones, they don't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw exactly what happened after the Revolutionary War era. Everyone was printing their own dollars, all this jazz. Each territory had its own money. Government created one and said everything else is illegal. Take that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened with crypto.
Well, we already have the U.S. dollar crypto.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're just going to full send that one.
They might, or they might get enough Bitcoin where like, okay, Bitcoin's the only currency. It's fully traceable, all that, done.
Mm-hmm. It'd probably be easier for them to trace than cash.
Yeah. Oh, way easier than cash. And a lot of big companies and investment firms already have Bitcoin, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
Yeah, I think it's either going to go. I think a lot of the cryptocurrency is just going to die. Because everybody who owns cryptocurrency is going to lose all their money.
Yeah.
Unless you have Bitcoin or Ethereum.
It is very possible, especially. Yeah.
I always wonder if Ethereum's going to be the one they pick, just because it's a better use than Bitcoin, or more uses than Bitcoin.
Yeah, it does have a lot of uses, and then they have the Web3 cryptos that have even more uses.
Yeah.
And you can do like peer-to-peer lending and all sorts of cool stuff on them.
Yeah. It's a really cool idea. There's nothing to back it.
Yeah, the world's not there yet.
Yeah.
I've still got some crypto. We'll see where it goes.
I also have crypto. It's not that I don't have it. I've lost a lot of money on crypto, but I think everybody has at this point.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a constant day trader, anybody who's just kind of sitting on it, they're probably down.
Yeah, for sure. Unless they bought in previous cycles, but I didn't. I was playing in this one. I was too young.
Yeah, I was.
Too young
I was also.
before.
I was after the big one, so that's when I got into it. Was after the big push. I think
Just barely.
Yeah, I mean it was last year, but
Yeah.
there was the Dogecoin. I got in right after Dogecoin went up the first time, and I didn't buy any Dogecoin because I was like, there's no value in it. I'm not putting any money into it. And then it went up again, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have done that. But I know people who made like 20,000 off Doge.
I got out right before Doge went up. About 3 months before, yeah.
Jeez.
And
that's my problem. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's gambling.
Yeah.
I have no patience when it comes to it. I just want to trade down to zero. I'm going to zero out my account for trading fees.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's addicting.
Yeah, I was doing the leverage trading for a second there too. That's even worse.
Dude, gambling is.
Yeah.
They get out of hand fast for me.
Oh, yeah, it got out of hand quick. I think my biggest gain with the leverage trading was $600 in 15 minutes. It's like, fuck yeah.
What was your biggest loss?
Oh, it's all gone, for sure. Yeah. So that happens with leverage trading. My biggest loss in one trade was probably, I don't know, $2,000-ish. Because I didn't know how to work the website. Accidentally gambled everything. It's like, fuck, try again.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I've been there. Been duped by technology before.
Oh, absolutely. Wait, how do I work this? Oh, damn, it's gone.
Yeah, I did something wrong and I have no idea. That's the problem with the blockchain. If you mess up, you have no way of accessing that information.
It's all gone.
It's gone. Say goodbye.
Yep.
You just sent somebody $500.
Some lucky bastard.
Yep.
Yeah, you just sent some lucky dude $500 in XRP.
Yep.
Safe moon.
And likelihood is the wallet's not even alive yet. It's just a random wallet out there.
They're going to pop up a wallet and somebody's going to have $500.
Woohoo!
Yeah. That'd be crazy. Just pop in, make a wallet, and then all of a sudden you have $500. And
That'd be nice. Wouldn't
Be sick.
I would not be mad about that. I like when I get random money.
Yeah.
That happens?
I've had it happen where you just randomly, money that you're not expecting just pops up and you're like,
Forgot about this.
I didn't even forget about it. I didn't cash one of my checks at A+, and I had no idea. I had a month at A+ where I was like, why am I so low? Like, what the heck happened? And I just couldn't remember that I didn't cash my check. And it got thrown away and all that stuff. And then about a year later, they called me and they're like, hey, you didn't cash this check. We're sending it to you. It was a $1,200 check. I'm like,
hell yeah.
oh, right on then.
I'll take it. That's sweet.
It's not something for nothing because I already worked for it, but I didn't. But it's unexpected money.
For
That
sure.
was way nice.
Unexpected money's nice.
$100 in your pants. Wash. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I'll find like a $1 bill sometimes.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I did that one time. I was going through my nightstand, and I forgot I put some money in it when I was younger. Put like $70 in there. I think I was like 15. Pulled it out. I was like, oh, frick yeah, $70.
$70 is sweet.
Nice.
So you're playing with the cryptos. You're doing your engine thing. You're looking you're wanting to get a house.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else in the financial realm as far as you're going? Your wife's a stay-at-home mom, right?
Yeah.
I want that for my wife so bad.
It's so awesome. It's harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, providing just one sole income is hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's way more difficult than, I mean, my wife was working, and, you know, you're pushing over $100K a year, and you're like, oh, yeah, we're killing it. When she quits, and you're like, ooh. Well, it's an adjustment, but also, they're sleeping, and you get up. Oh, it's just pure jealousy inside my body.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is nice to, like, when I get home, house is cleaner. When she was working, she didn't have time to do all that.
Yeah, of course.
Because she's at home. I mean, what else is she going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being sexist.
Make me a sandwich.
Yeah, no, but it's nice. That's our trade-off is she cleans the house and makes me dinner.
Yeah.
And I go to work and provide for her and our child and whatnot. That's the trade-off. That's the equivalent exchange. But
absolutely,
I don't know. I love it. I hope that I can keep this up, and I don't have to have her go back to work.
Yeah, we're staring right down the barrel of Tammy going back to work right now.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because when we first had our first child, she was off for a while, and then we ended up in some financial trouble. Not financial trouble, but things got really tight, and I was like, this is the best option. She went back to work. Man, that's a way big change, going back to work from having her home. Our baby was struggling with it, like, noticeably, and it just, I don't know, you just don't have as much time, I feel like, because when I get home, she's generally started on dinner, but before that, she didn't have the energy to do dinner,
Yeah.
But I love it. I really hope I can keep this up, because I wouldn't want to change it, even if she went back to work and you're making more money, it takes a lot more stress off of me, but at the same time,
she's more stressed out.
Yeah, she's more stressed out, and it slows the development of the child having the mother out of the life. And I don't know if that's how accurate that is, but I'm pretty sure I noticed a difference in mine. So when she was at work, because she's not being he wasn't being taught constantly by my wife, where he's being babysat, and they don't have the same motherly instincts and all that,
Yeah, of course.
But I love it. I love that she stays at home. Having her work was kind of rough.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Nice for money, but all other aspects were kind of just like, ew, I don't like this. You can go home now. Also, the separation is nice. Not that I want to always be away from my wife, because I love my wife. Obviously, I want to be home, but having that separation almost gives like a longing type effect, where you're excited to go home. And I'm still excited to go home when she worked with me, but it was just, you get to see them. You're missing your kid and your wife. There's just different aspects of it that I love.
Yeah, that's nice. It's going to be a challenge. We'll see how it goes.
How old is your baby?
She's, 10 or 11 weeks? So just over 2 months.
Getting big.
Yeah, dude.
It's the first time I've seen her today.
Yeah, she's been fun.
Oh, yeah.
She sleeps through the night fairly well. She'll wake up
That's
once or
good.
twice to eat, but other than that, she crashes right back out.
Heck yeah. That's a
Yeah.
win, dude. I know some moms who are waking their kid up to feed them.
Wow. Must be nice.
Well, they do it like 3 or 4 times a night. So
Oh,
then they get
Jesus.
on that
No.
schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're on that schedule because they get the sleep train.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sleep train them to get up every 3 or 4 hours, then they're going to continue to do that pattern until you have to untrain them and then
Yeah.
retrain them. It's just
Nah, I
crazy.
figure baby will eat when she's hungry. She wakes up, everything when she's hungry. It's like, sweet.
Yeah, that's how my baby was. He just, for first little bit, he didn't sleep very well. I mean, he did okay, but he was colicky for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But once we figured that out, then he sleeps a lot. Now he gets up early. He gets up as early as I do most days, weekends included.
Oof.
Yeah,
No sleeping in for you.
it's like 6:30 every day. On the weekends, it's like, I just want to go to bed.
How old is he?
He'll be 2 in October.
Whoa.
Nice.
So talking, walking,
Mm-hmm.
all of it.
Being a turd, kicking, punching. Oh yeah, love him.
That's
Fights a
fun.
little kid. He'll fight you.
Yeah?
Yeah, yesterday I was just messing with him a little bit, and he just started just punching me right in the mouth, just over and over and over again. He gets this really fast motion, like,
Yeah.
and it just comes out of nowhere too. You're laying there, and all of a sudden he gets on top of your head and just.
Take that.
He's a squirt too. He's tiny, so it's like being punched by a pillow, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
That's nice because then you can try to train some of that out of him if you need to before it hurts.
Yeah, sometimes he'll get you, and it's like, oh, that one was freaking hard, dude. That
You
was a
little
lot.
dick.
Yeah, I won't say that I haven't called my kid a dick, but he's aggressive sometimes. But I gave him a lightsaber. Do you know those old
Oh, dear.
Hasbro lightsabers? The awesome ones that we used to play with as kids.
Mhm.
It's a 1999 model. I bought it off eBay for like
Heck yeah.
25 bucks. And boy, he loves that thing. He's
That'll add some damage.
swinging it around all the time, and Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. He'll just repeat it, and he'll just swing that thing around forever. It's awesome. But
It's cute.
he has my in-law's son, who's 10 months older than he is.
Mm-hmm.
They fight all the time. Just before I even came over here, they were playing on our little playground and kicking each other and punching each other and pulling each other's skin, and they walk away laughing, but they're mad at each other, and then they're
Yeah.
laughing again, playing, running, just
The hell?
little boys, dude. They're crazy. I want to have a girl, so I know what that's like too.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And my brothers have girls, or 2 of them do.
Mm-hmm.
One of them has one that's like a month older than, or 2 months older than my boy, and the other one's just had one. Jake had his, I don't know how long ago.
She's huge.
Yeah, she's huge. It was
Ginormica. Like, holy shit.
I don't remember the exact time. I have so many nieces and nephews. I don't remember exactly when they're all born. I think it was in the spring, I want to say.
March, I think.
Yeah,
I want to say.
I do want to say that too. But just seeing their personalities versus a boy personality is way different.
Yeah.
I'm sure your daughter's probably going to be pretty mellow.
Yeah, she's been pretty mellow, but she's definitely a diva.
As are all children.
Yeah.
You
Fair
know,
enough. Egocentric. That's how it
Mhm.
goes.
They're just needy.
Yeah. Why do you need me so much?
Yeah.
Are you a doctor yet?
I'm independent.
Why can't
Yeah.
you do this yet? Feed yourself.
Have you filed your taxes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's weird having somebody rely on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that first feeling of having somebody have to rely on you is different. Like
Yeah.
this person is wholly, their survival is solely up to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's weird.
I must feed this thing.
Mhm.
It's like a Tamagotchi. Gotta wipe the poop off.
Yeah, they're
Feed them.
so fun though. Kids are incredible and how fast they learn. their learning rate is insane.
Week to week, I swear the intelligence increases in her eyes. Just like, holy cow.
Yeah, you can see it in their eyes,
Oh,
how
yeah.
aware they are.
Mm-hmm.
And even the things they pick up on, like
Yeah.
in movies and stuff like that. And it's just, so on Kung Fu Panda 3, at one point, all the like baby pandas are getting into the Poe's dad, the goose, getting into his food, and he's like, "Oh, hey, go away, kid." My boy says that all the time. And we're like, "Where the heck did he get that?" Like none of us say "go away," so everybody hears him say "go away, kid," and everybody's just assuming it's from us, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's from Kung Fu Panda.
What the heck?
But they
cool.
just pick up on little things like that all the time, and you're like, I had no idea that was the. I knew they learned really fast, but I didn't know they were going to pick up on little things like that we didn't even notice. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the future brings for sure on that. Just try to do your best.
Yeah. You ever wonder if you're going to be a bad dad? Like, is that ever a thought?
Yeah, all the time, dude. You know, you
so.
even get slightly like done with their crying. And you're like, "Fuck, I'm bad, dad." You know?
Yep.
Damn it.
You get
Think about
upset
it for
at all?
hours. It's like, oh.
Yeah, there was one point where I was having like a rough go, and my dad was in the hospital at the time, and we weren't sure if he was going to make it out, and I was already dealing with a lot, and I had COVID at the same time, and my baby was crying at me, and I hit him a little harder than I meant to.
Right.
Because I was spanking him, because I spank my child because I think it's important for their development, but it's a whole different thing. But I spanked him harder than I meant to, dude. I cried. I didn't realize like how much that would affect me. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was just like after everything that was going on, I did that, and it was just like I broke down into tears. Because I was like, I'm a horrible person. I just hit a child and made them cry. And not like that cry, you know. It's that he was sad cry, and I was like, oh, I'm a terrible person. Holy cow!
Yeah.
But
It's all part of learning. You're gonna fuck your kids up in your own special way. You know?
Yep. But it's, I don't know. Just watching kids is amazing to me. Watching kids is amazing, and then they hit a certain age, and it's like, I don't want to watch you do your thing anymore. You scare me. You make weird choices, dude. Once they hit like 15, then they just become the animal kingdom. Have you ever watched the teenagers? Dude, it's like watching Planet Earth. I've been watching, so one of the guys who lives with me, he's 18, and he has all his friends over a lot, or they'll be at the neighbor's house doing their thing, and the amount of like alpha male testiness that they have going on, like who's the alpha male, who's the alpha male, who's the alpha male. The females come around and they're like,
worse.
they pick on them, or they're like trying to dominate each other and like flex, and it's just like, holy cow, if I could just record this and just do like a commentary on it. We could do Planet Earth.
Male.
Yeah. I don't know.
Flunks.
And then they're all working out too. Everybody's getting jacked, and now they think they're even stronger, and
More testosterone.
yeah, they're just
Oh, fuck.
it's a testosterone mess over there. All these teenage boys hanging out, and then the girls come around, and it becomes just a cluster
Shit
of
show.
yeah. It's enjoyable to watch though. If you ever
Yeah.
Interesting.
Get your popcorn.
Yeah. It always makes me wonder if I was that way. I'm sure I was. I'm sure we all
Probably.
were.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
But it's just you don't realize how animal we are until you watch the hormone changes in young adults.
Yeah.
And then you're like, holy cow, this is crazy to me.
Yeah, right. If anyone ever threatened your family, you'd remember real quick how animal we are.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
like, oh.
But I don't know. I was watching the documentary on monkeys, and that's just like, they might be onto something.
Soy monkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair.
It's the amount of testosterone in young men, I feel like, is growing. I feel like you guys are around my age, and I feel like we had testosterone, but not most of us were just kind of mellow dudes. I don't really feel like there was a pecking order I mean, I'm sure there was, but not like this. This is like everybody's like they flex at each other, and they're literally flexing their muscles at each other. And
Shut up.
No, my ass is fatter, bro. Feel this shit. It's tight.
Yeah, dude. It's weird. It's
Like they actually flex at each other.
they'll walk up to each other and flex their traps, and like
Oh.
pull their hands down like that, and they'll like go and like bump each other, like it's some weird alpha male domination thing. And it's I don't know, and I noticed it. It's not only with this group of kids; it's with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like this annoying. Like,
Be careful, you're gonna sound like a dad. These annoying fucking kids, bro.
No, it's just
The
like
damn video games.
no, it's like they're
Shouldn't
trying
have
to
phones.
annoy each other constantly. They're
Oh,
just
yeah?
like pecking or like picking at each other, just slowly just picking at them, and they do it to the girls too, and it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, you test, and then whoever breaks first is a little bitch.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, everybody has a pecking order. I don't think they've found theirs yet. But
Called the dominance hierarchy.
Competence hierarchy.
Yep.
That's
That's
the
their-
adult version.
Yeah.
that's honestly the young adult version too. Is not no. I mean, they have the dominance hierarchy, but the competence is seriously like the competent ones. I notice have a way more pull than all the ones who are just kind of being bozos, you know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing is the competent ones will leave that group, and they'll find a better group. Because
They
they're
just-
competent.
they
just
just
their own
dominate
group.
that group.
Yeah, or they're their own.
They're like the smart ones come in. There's like the standard ones who are just like regular humans, and then you got these,
NPCs.
yeah, and then you have these other ones that come in that are like really smart, and they have like they're highly educated,
Mm-hmm.
and they dominate these other ones. They're just, I don't know, it's crazy to see, but they just dominate them by calling them stupid. You don't know anything. I'm smarter than you, therefore I'm better than you. You're a beta male.
Have you heard that term though? Now there's a term called the main character. In any video, they'll be like, "This guy's the main character."
Oh yeah, dude.
I've heard of it,
I
but I
haven't,
didn't know it was like a thing now. That's cool.
It's like a thing now.
If you're in a video game, there's like no chance you would be the main character. I mean, you're obviously the main character in your own life.
Right.
Yeah.
But like in the
In the bigger picture.
bigger picture, you wouldn't be a main character in any video game nowadays unless it was like Seinfeld, the video game, but a video game about nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you go into any like business or you go into any household.
Yeah.
Or anything. There's a main character.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They had honcho.
Yeah. And then there's side characters and NPCs.
Yeah. I don't remember doing the whole dominance thing very much at all.
That's my thing is I don't really have a recollection. I remember somewhat of it, like when we would hang out with some of the guys up on Park City. I know there was a pecking order there.
That's the thing though. They just scream really loud.
Yeah, that's the thing is like it's not even that. I'm not saying they were the alpha males at all. They weren't, but I'm just saying that there's a pecking order for sure, and the people who we used to hang out with, and there was the ones who were screaming at everybody, or not screaming at everybody, but making a fuss out of everything and like pushing the limits. Where there were some silent ones, him, Zabe, who was not to be messed with. He was just that one kid. You're just like, no, I don't want to touch him.
Well,
I don't remember that, but thank you.
you're
I
too busy
remember
being
that.
quiet.
It's too busy being that kid in the corner. And it's like, oh, he's gonna shoot someone. Oh God.
I remember.
Don't let him near any schools.
No, I remember. I was like, yeah, this kid's not very tall. I'm gonna rough him up, and then I fought you when I did that fist fight, and it was brutal, dude. I learned a whole new pecking order.
I don't
God,
get
I didn't
that.
even
Why do
remember
people
that until
fight?
they do that. I don't know. It's just stupid.
There's been some occasions where I would definitely fight, but it was protection purposes. It wasn't.
Right, I'm talking like
You know?
people get drunk or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, guess who's best here? Like, why? What's the goal? Because
dominance
if I want
hierarchy.
to fight somebody,
Yeah, literally.
my end goal is to kill you. And that's just the truth. That's
Right.
so.
Yeah.
What's the point in fighting? Because
Because it's gonna hurt either way.
got a hierarchy, but why?
The point is in fighting
It's
is it
fucking
gets
stupid.
testosterone out.
Wrestling was
It's
fun as a
get-
kid.
Just go jack off.
Yeah, it's not the same.
There is a difference, like of because like even a difference between like having sex and wrestling or fighting with another man. You know, you're
One's gay.
One's straight. Correct. Very accurate.
I knew you guys were gonna say something.
He was waiting
No,
for
I
it.
was. So I paused. No, I was gonna say, like, you release different energies. I feel like I don't know. When I fought you, it was the most. I fought Xavier, by the way.
Yeah.
When we
I
were,
almost fought
15 years
Xavier.
old.
Yeah, that was. I've been close to fighting a lot of people. Sorry.
But ours wasn't like anger driven though. It was just like fun.
Yeah, I don't
know.
remember being mad at you. I was like, did we fight for like a good reason, or was it just like?
No,
How
it
is
was
that
like-
possible though?
You just wanted to fight, and I was like, nah. And then all of a sudden we were fighting. And I don't know. I don't really. I remember I went in the bathroom and came out, and then you just started punching me, and I was like, oh, I guess this is happening. Okay, it's 3 a.m, but all right, let's do it. But I don't know. When I was younger, I just wanted to wrestle people. I wanted like to test my own limits. I think that's a big reason of why people want to fight is just to see what they're capable of.
That was always fun.
Because you pick the biggest guy in the room and try to take him on, and you're going to see what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or
I
going.
mean, that makes sense, but
Or going to like. I would go to Heber a lot, and I don't know why. I don't like Heber anymore
is
for
it the
this reason.
bonfires?
Yeah,
I
all the
fucking remember
bonfires.
that shit.
Always, no matter what bonfire I went to, somebody tried to fight me for no reason, and it's like, all right, and we both wanted it too. You could like look across the room and just be like, give that like eye look, and
We
they're
both
like, yeah,
want
we're gonna
you
fucking
know?
fight
It's
later.
the fucking dead eyes, dude. Some people just have the dead eyes. They're like, I don't give a shit,
Yeah,
and it's like, okay,
and you find another person like that.
Yeah.
it's just like we both know
You're
how
gonna
this story
find it,
ends.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out,
Because I've tussled with people at bonfires and stuff like that, but it's not, I don't know, never was any anger-driven nonsense. I mean, for a couple times there was some people getting angry at me.
I don't get how you can
Or me at
wrestle
them.
or fight somebody and decipher between this is a fun thing and my goal is to hurt you.
Well, if I'm fighting with my best friend, that was a different thing because, I don't know, for me and Zave, I always felt like we would just tussle with each other. It was just
Yeah,
something we did.
it's like a fun thing.
Yeah. But every time I went to your house, it was fighting with you or your little brother. Or, we were always just messing around.
Yeah, it was wrestling.
Or we'd box for fun or whatever. We were always boxing. Boxing.
That's crazy.
Like I fought like Dallin once.
Yeah.
We were like, let's fight, let's throw punches, and we did, and he broke my ribs.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna fight you again.
He's
I will
a big
say
boy.
He's
though.
fucking a big boy, dude.
Yeah, he was a big boy compared to you and I were tiny back then.
Yeah, we're little.
I mean, we're
little
still
mites.
we're still kind of small compared to him, but
Yeah.
he lost his weight, so he doesn't have as much force. But
Still a big boy.
yeah, he's bigger than I am.
Punch will hurt.
I boxed somebody that was I think he was 245 at the time, and I was 160. The amount of force that he generated compared to me was unbelievable. Like every hit that he touched me with was jarring.
Yeah.
Fucking
compared.
obese people.
Yeah,
Obese people.
he's a big kid too. I mean, he's taller than I am, and I'm like 5'9", 5'10". He was taller than I am and weighed more, so he was rocking my world. I got some good hits in, but every hit he got it was such a jarring experience.
Hey, spiritual.
Spiritual.
It was my head was like
Send to the
it was like
gulag.
yeah, it was you would see stars every time you got hit.
Fuck.
And it was like everyone, even if it was a light tap, it just was like it would throw you around just because the amount of weight and force they have behind them.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting on weight so I can have more force, brother.
Yeah.
Which is great, but for who? Your wife? Like, you're the most peaceful fucking guy. Literally, anybody could be like, get up in your face, stop. You look really stupid. Then they feel like a piece of shit after.
I do that, dude.
That's why
what's
people don't
happened.
fuck with you.
when I've come close to fighting, I'm like, why are you fighting me right? Like, why do you even want to? Yeah, and they're just like,
your fucking shoes untied, bro.
Yeah. You dropped your pocket. No, I remember this kid in elementary, because I also don't put up with shit. So he was just being a douchehole. We'll call him the bully. And I tripped him when he was walking past my desk, and he had some cowboy boots on, and he straight up cocked back and kicked my shin as I'm sitting at my desk, and I'm just staring him in the eyes. Yeah, like, fuck you, you know? And then he was like, all right, I'm going to, we're going to fight after school. It's like, all right, whatever. And then I looked him in class. I'm like, why are we fighting? It's like, I don't know. Okay, let's not. You fucking idiot, you know? Oh, okay. Why? It
Fighting
was funny.
after school.
Oh, yeah. I was just like.
I almost did that in high school, dude. I chased some kid out of the school he was getting weird with one of the girls, and he kept trying to touch her and stuff, and I pinned him. Me and a couple other guys pinned him up to a car. But we didn't do anything. The principal followed us out. I don't think we would have done anything anyways, but it was still, we had to, like, you're done. Like, don't touch her again.
Yeah.
Type deal. High school, I was a menace, dude. I don't know. I stabbed a kid with a pencil in the thigh. He kept touching me, and I got pissed off, so I just flipped around. I told the teacher about it, and she didn't do anything, so I was like,
There you go.
bring it on.
Here we go.
Cool thing, though, she was cool about it. I didn't draw blood.
Yeah.
So she was just like, well, he warned you that this was going to happen, and I tried to warn you. But it was cool.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't see any point anymore about, like, fighting for no reason.
I hurt enough as it is.
I've got enough aches and pains.
My dad bod's kicking in hard. I'm fucking red.
No, I think about it. People are like boxing and all this stuff. I'll see like guys my age and they're fighting people, and they for fun they'll go to parties and they'll put on boxing gloves and go box it out.
Dude, I'm like, good hell. Won't you be sore?
Yeah.
How's work gonna feel?
Yeah, if I'm sore, I'm done for that week. Like,
yeah.
Plus back pain and all that stuff. It's just like, no, I'm good. I'll pass. Even sports gets too much for me. Like, I love sports. I enjoy playing sports, but sometimes people go over the top, like playing football. They'll all go play, like, full-on tackle football. It's like, this is how people tear their ACLs. If I tear my ACL, I'm screwed. Can't work anymore.
No more working on watches. If you tear that.
Yeah, but it's just.
No, that would be shitty, though, for work.
And people are just like.
Can't drive.
Yeah, you can't do
torn
anything.
ACL, nothing.
And they just do it for fun.
It just looks so stupid. It just, like, brutally stupid to fight. Were you at Harry's bachelor party?
No, I don't. I didn't go. I knew what that was going to be.
Well, I have a video. And they didn't even fight. They were just up in each other's faces. And it's just like, you look literally like you have extra stuff.
Yeah.
So why?
Were you at Scott's bachelor party? Yeah, there was one there too.
Really?
It's just so stupid.
Yeah, it got real heated. They had to walk one of them home, and the other one was like throwing shade the whole way out, and like it was.
Fuck.
Bro, 95% of the time they don't fight. They just go, oh, fuck you. No, fuck you. Everybody
Double fuck you.
get in the middle. It's
There
like,
was pushing and
pussies,
stuff, and
dude.
there was like pushing and stuff. They were trying to fight it out, but people got involved really fast. But because I think people would have let it sit, but there was a bystander who got caught in it, and he was pretty drunk, and he got smashed up against some shelves, and he was way like out of it, and he was stumbling around. So everybody was just like, "What's going on?" And everybody got involved. But I don't know. I fully thought they were gonna throw punches.
About fucking time. You'd be the first one.
That was when me and Zay fought. Was at a party.
Yeah, as usual.
Alcohol always.
I don't think we were drinking.
I don't think we were.
It was just we were just hanging out at a party, and some of the guys there were trying to get us to fight. Somebody fight, and it just happened to be me and him.
Yep.
I just
Good
want
old
to have
days.
a family and go do real estate.
Yeah.
I'm all about that family life. That's the way to go.
It's dangerous because it makes you content. And potentially, like, your drive for doing all this cool shit can die.
Mm-hmm. I think
know?
mine probably did die.
Yeah. I can easily see it happening, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you got a wife, you got a kid, got a place to live, plenty of food, whatever, enough money. It's like, you're content.
But also, it's like you start doing all the other things, and it starts taking your time away from
Yep.
the wife and the baby.
Yep.
And that's all you want to do is just be with the family.
And you know it's good for them and the world that you help raise them.
Yeah.
And be with the wife so that she's still there after your baby grows up. Just like,
Yeah, being gone a
Fuck.
lot it's hard for your family. Like, I don't know. It's a lot easier to just be single and do it, or even just not be. I don't know.
just not be married and do it.
Yeah, because even if
Or
you,
just don't have a kid. If I was married and didn't have a kid, it would be easier still. But
it would be easier because you wouldn't be worrying about. I mean, you could both work and do your thing,
Yeah,
and whatnot.
but
But you still have that. You want to spend time with your wife, so
Yeah.
you got to make that personal time.
you also don't realize the time and the sleep that you have before having a kid. You know, like how much time I wasted every day. It's like, fuck, it was a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now you don't have the time or the sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the energy.
Well,
I can see that.
yeah.
But
Well, because you're sleep deprived.
yes,
I think once you have a child, you're sleep deprived till they're 18.
probably.
Just because even when you're like, oh, they're going to become a teenager,
Oh boy.
you're like, oh, they're not going to be waking me up all the time. But then they're out trying to sneak out, and doing
Mhm.
what teenagers do. And then you're worried about them all night, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't end till they're out of your house. But then you don't want them to leave.
Yeah.
I
fair
didn't.
enough.
I couldn't even imagine my child being like grown.
Mm-mm.
It's a weird thought to me that I'm gonna one day have teenagers. I'm like,
Not excited for that one.
you gotta go. Wait, I don't like that. You stay here.
Yeah.
You don't leave my house. Please don't leave me. I'll be lonely.
They'll leave you faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, with that wonderful thought, I believe it is time for us to end. But do you have any parting advice for the listeners?
Don't try to take on too many tasks at one time. Focus on one thing at a time. You're gonna get it done way faster than trying to do all of the other tasks.
That's damn sound advice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's,
Hell yeah.
Straight from a dad.
we can't multitask. We're bad at it.
So why would you multi-project?
You wouldn't.
Right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
You would. You're gonna try it, and you're not gonna like it, and then you're gonna try it again, and you're not gonna like it again, and you're gonna do that a bunch of times, and I'm still gonna do that, but I'm not gonna like it every time. So take my advice.
With that sage
There you
advice, thank you guys for joining us again.
All right,
and
see
we'll
you guys.
see y'all next week.
Adios.
So yeah.